Archangel Michael says, after 5 minutes you will receive everything you never imagined. Luck will leave if you skip this. Don't ignore this message. Open it immediately. There is a reason these words are reaching you now, and not later, not randomly. These are not ordinary words. This is a divine moment of encounter. These words carry a message wrapped in the breath of heaven, meant to stir your spirit, shake your doubts, and remind you of what's been promised over your life. This is not a coincidence. This is not a mistake. This is a spiritual appointment that has been written long before today. The truth is, when Archangel Michael speaks, it is never without purpose. When he moves, it is never without direction. And right now, this moment is filled with heaven's fire, stretching out its hand toward your life. This is not the time to scroll past or shrug it off. This is a divine interruption in the middle of your ordinary day. You are not just being invited to listen. You are being pulled into a shift. Something is aligning. You are not here by accident. You are here because God is about to place something in your life that your heart has longed for in silence. Please like this video if your heart already feels that stirring inside. Something sacred is coming to life in you again. Comment Amen if your spirit is sensing the weight of this truth. Archangel Michael is not just a name in Scripture. He is the warrior of God, the defender of divine promises, the one who wars on behalf of those who are chosen but weary. And when he declares that in 5 minutes everything you never imagined is going to come into your life, he is speaking not in fantasy but in divine certainty. This is a word that is breathing over your broken places, speaking to your lost hope, calling light into the parts of your life that have been waiting too long in darkness. God sends Michael when something is shifting. He sends him when promises are about to manifest. He sends him when the delay has reached its end. That's what's happening now. You've waited, you've cried, you've prayed through nights that didn't seem to end. But the wait hasn't been in vain. The delay hasn't been punishment. It's been preparation. Because what is about to come into your hands is greater than your prayers, larger than your dreams, deeper than your hope. It is something you never imagined because even your imagination couldn't hold the size of God's goodness over your life. This is the moment when what has been held back will begin to flow. This is the hour when your name is being whispered in heavenly places. God has not forgotten you. He has not skipped over you. You have not missed your turn. This word is finding you because your spirit is ready. You may feel tired, you may feel unseen, you may even feel unworthy, but none of those things can cancel the favor of God. His favor is not fragile. His love is not based on perfection. His blessings are not limited to those who feel strong. In fact, His greatest miracles are released over those who feel the weakest. And that's why this message has found you. God has been watching every tear, every silent surrender, every moment you chose to keep walking even when your legs were shaking. Heaven has recorded it all. The angels have stood in awe of your endurance. And now, Archangel Michael has been released, not just to encourage you, but to bring a turning of tides, a shift in the spiritual atmosphere around your life. Everything you never imagined, peace that doesn't break, joy that doesn't fade, restoration that feels impossible, relationships that are healed, finances that overflow, purpose that sets your soul on fire, is coming. Not because you earned it. Not because you chased it. But because God promised He would never leave you empty. Because His word cannot return void. Because He is a God of completion, and He finishes what He starts. Comment 11:11 if you believe this word is meeting you at the perfect moment. You may not see it yet. You may still be standing in the same room, with the same problems. But something is shifting right now in the spiritual realm. Just like the Red Sea didn't part until Moses stretched his staff. Just like the walls of Jericho didn't fall until the last shout. Just like the woman with the issue of blood didn't receive her healing until she touched the hem. Your act of belief in this moment is pulling heaven closer. Your faith, however small, is unlocking something mighty. God is not limited by time. He is not limited by circumstances. He is not waiting on the perfect condition. He is only waiting on your heart to open and say, "Lord, I receive." This word is not casual. It is prophetic. It is a declaration that carries weight. You're not being told to wish. You're being told to expect. Archangel Michael is the messenger and the warrior. His presence means that not only is something being released, but it is also being protected. What God is about to give you, no enemy can take. What is being prepared for you now, no delay can block. The heavens have declared it. The angels have moved. The Spirit of God is hovering over your home, your family, your health, your finances, your destiny. Don't walk away from this moment. Stay until the end. Because there are words coming next that your soul has been longing to hear for years. There are truths that will break the lies that have kept you bound in fear. There is comfort coming that will wrap itself around your anxiety like a blanket in the cold. There is healing beginning to stir where you thought nothing could ever grow again. God's hand is not slow. His eyes have not turned away. His voice is still speaking. And in this very moment, as you listen, He is saying to your spirit, "You are not forgotten. You are not late. You are not empty. You are chosen. You are covered. You are destined to carry the blessings you once thought were for someone else. What you lost will return. What was stolen will be restored. What died will rise again in beauty, in strength, in power. This is your moment. This is your hour. And if you can stay with this word, if you can keep your heart open, if you can let these truths sink deep into the soil of your spirit, then in 5 minutes or even less, something divine will begin to stir and stretch and shine over your life. The same God who formed the stars, the same God who commanded light to break through darkness, the same God who never abandoned His people even when they wandered away, He is standing beside you this very moment. You may not see Him, but He is here. You may not feel Him fully, but He is holding you close. This is not about a feeling. This is about a truth. And the truth is this: everything that has felt too far, too lost, too broken, is already beginning to shift into place. The word spoken by Archangel Michael is not just a promise of blessings, it is a sign of movement. Divine movement. That means God is no longer letting your story remain paused. He is turning the pages again. He is stirring the waters. He is breaking the silence that has stretched over your life for too long. That silence was never emptiness. It was a holy preparation. In the stillness, heaven was planning. In the waiting, the angels were organizing. In the delay, your destiny was being carefully written by a hand that never makes mistakes. You were never forgotten. You were being saved for something bigger. Comment 222 if your heart is feeling this alignment with heaven. There are things you didn't even pray for that are coming. You've grown so used to surviving that you forgot what it feels like to receive. But God is reminding you now that you were not created just to make it through. You were made to carry joy that overflows, peace that can't be shaken, and love that heals every crack in your heart. You were created to be more than what this world tried to reduce you to. The heavens didn't place a small calling on your life. There is greatness over you. There is divine favor following you. There is protection surrounding you like a shield, and no weapon, no curse, no delay can change what God has already decided about you. Every struggle you've faced, every time you've been overlooked, every betrayal, every breakdown, every closed door has been seen. God is not a distant king watching from a throne without emotion. He is a father who weeps when you weep, who sings over you when you sleep, who stands in front of every attack meant to destroy you. Archangel Michael has not just come to declare what is about to happen, he has come to guard what is being given to you. Because when God moves, he makes sure nothing can stop the blessing from reaching your hands. You may feel like time has passed you by. You may believe the season for change has ended. But God works outside of time. What you think you missed, he is bringing back. What you thought was over, he is about to restore in a way so beautiful that the pain will no longer hold power over your memory. The bitterness will be washed away by peace. The fear will be crushed under the weight of faith. The emptiness will be filled with laughter again. This is what it looks like when heaven touches earth. It is not loud. It is not always dramatic. Sometimes, it comes through a whisper like this one. A whisper wrapped in truth. A voice from heaven speaking into your life when you least expect it. And that's why this is holy. Because you were not searching for this message. It found you. That is how divine appointments happen. Not when you are striving, but when you are still enough to receive. Your name is written in the palms of God. Every detail of your life is held with tenderness. Nothing has been forgotten. Not the pain you never told anyone about. Not the dreams you tucked away in silence. Not the nights when you begged God to show you something, anything, that would remind you he still cared. This is his answer. Not a random word. A divine response. A sign that he never left. A signal that the heavens are opening over your life right now. What is coming is not normal. It is not average. This is why the waiting has been so long, why the battles have been so heavy, why the attacks felt so personal. Because the blessing being prepared for you has weight. It has purpose. It has kingdom value. This is not just about you being happy. This is about God being glorified through your story. The breakthrough that is coming will not just change your life, it will touch the lives of everyone connected to you. The fire you've walked through is going to light the way for others. Your survival will become someone else's miracle. Comment 333 if you declare that your breakthrough will be used by God. The voice of Archangel Michael is stirring a wake-up call in your spirit. This is the time to rise. This is the time to believe again. Don't let fear drown out this moment. Don't let disappointment pull you back into silence. You are being called forward. There is no more time to sit in the ashes of what didn't work. There is no space for guilt or shame. There is only grace now. The kind of grace that lifts you off the floor, sets your feet on solid ground, and places a crown of favor on your head. Your angels are not only watching, they are warring. They are clearing the path in front of you. They are blocking every unseen attack. They are ensuring that what is meant for you reaches you. And right now, the heavens are not silent. They are roaring over your destiny. You are not late. You are right on time. The moment your heart says yes to this word, something begins to shift. There is no need to perform, to prove, to chase. Simply receive. Because what's coming doesn't require your performance. It requires your permission. Your surrender. Your trust. Keep walking. Even if it feels like you're walking through the unknown, walk. Keep believing. Even if everything around you looks the same, believe. Because in a moment, in the blink of an eye, the atmosphere around your life can change. Heaven doesn't work on man's schedule. When God says it is time, nothing can say otherwise. And right now, heaven is saying, it is time. Time for your restoration. Time for your breakthrough. Time for your answered prayer. Time for joy to return. Time for peace to settle. Time for healing to come. Time for the light to break through. Time for the promise to be fulfilled. You've waited long enough. And God is not cruel. He does not tease you with hope. He delivers. He moves. He speaks. And now, He's moving in your favor. You didn't find this by accident, and the stirring you feel inside is not just emotion. It is the Spirit of God bearing witness that this is your time to receive. This is your season to stretch out your hands and take hold of what has always been yours. It has just been waiting for the right time. And the time is now. The blessings that Archangel Michael spoke of are not distant promises floating in the air. They are already in motion, already moving toward you, already bearing your name. There are victories being signed off in the courts of heaven as you listen to these words. God has already sent the answer. He has already released the healing. He has already opened the doors. And while it may not have reached your physical sight just yet, it is already finished in the spirit. What you are about to step into is not a small shift, it is a divine turning point. A moment when what once felt out of reach will become part of your daily reality. Comment 555 if you trust that your time is finally here. You need to know how deeply seen you are by God. Even when you doubted, He didn't turn away. Even when you walked through the valley, He never once stopped watching over you. And even when you stopped praying, He never stopped listening to the cries your heart couldn't speak. Every moment mattered to him. Every breath of faith you held on to, every step you took in the dark, every time you said, "I trust you," through tears, all of it has moved the heart of your Father. Nothing has been wasted. Not 1 second. God has been building something eternal in you. While you were wondering if He had forgotten you, He was strengthening your foundation. While you were worrying about what wasn't happening, He was planting seeds that are now ready to break through the surface. You didn't even realize it, but you've been growing roots. Strong ones. Unshakable ones. And now those roots are about to carry the weight of something greater than you ever imagined. Not only for your sake, but for the generations after you. What's coming is not just a personal blessing, it's a legacy. You will be the one in your family who shifts the direction of everything. You will be the one whose testimony unlocks the faith of others. You will be the one who stands where others fell, who holds what others dropped, who believes even when it's hard. And because of your obedience, your household will know peace again. Your children will walk in favor. Your future will no longer be shaped by the pain of your past. You are becoming a living example of what happens when God steps in and rewrites a story. Archangel Michael does not come with gentle encouragement alone. He comes with divine authority. And the moment he is released, he does not wait. He wars. He clears the way. He tears down the walls the enemy tried to build around your life. And today, he is standing over the plans of God concerning you with a sword of fire and a shield of light. He is protecting what is being birthed in your spirit right now. Nothing will be able to interfere. No voice of doubt, no attack of fear, no whisper of failure will be allowed to touch what God is releasing. Comment 12:12 if you believe that God has assigned angels to protect your path forward. There is such a deep comfort in knowing that even when life seems chaotic, heaven is never in panic. God is always in control. And right now, as you sit with these words, His peace is beginning to settle on you like morning dew. That heaviness you've carried, that weight of not knowing, that ache of waiting, it's lifting. Not because your situation has changed just yet, but because your heart is changing. Because once your spirit agrees with the truth of God's promise, the atmosphere has to shift. Hope is rising again inside of you, not a shallow hope, but a deep, holy, unshakable confidence that what is coming will be worth every tear. You are not disqualified. You are not too late. You have not lost your chance. In fact, your story is just getting started. God is not only going to restore what was broken, He's going to make it better than it ever was. The relationships that crumbled, the finances that dried up, the years that felt stolen, He is going to redeem it all. You may not understand how. That's not your job. Your only job is to stay open, stay expectant, stay ready to receive. Because this is not just a good season. This is a God season. This is a holy turning point. The kind that alters timelines, the kind that changes bloodlines, the kind that history books in heaven are written about. You are walking into a chapter that angels have been waiting to see unfold. You are not just surviving. You are stepping into divine alignment. The pressure you've felt lately has not been punishment. It's been the pressure of transition. Like a seed breaking through the soil, like a child being born, there is always pain before the promise shows up. But don't mistake the pressure for abandonment. God has been closest in the moments you felt weakest. He has been holding you through every hidden battle. He has been whispering to your soul in ways you didn't even realize. And now, you're almost there. Comment 777 if you are ready to step into your divine assignment. This is your moment of clarity. The fog is clearing. The confusion is being replaced by confidence. The fear is giving way to faith. God is making things simple again. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to chase every answer. Just rest. Just breathe. Just keep showing up with a heart that says yes. He will do the rest. His Spirit will guide you. His favor will cover you. His timing will never fail you. Every second of your life has been held by grace. And this grace is what will carry you through the next doors that open. Grace will open them. Grace will keep you. Grace will equip you for what's next. Because what's next is bigger. It's brighter. It's beyond what you've prepared for. And yet, you will walk into it with ease because the hand of God is leading you. Even as these words fill the room around you, the Spirit of God is leaning in closer. This moment is being filled with holy purpose, and if your soul stays open, you are going to feel the unmistakable warmth of God wrapping around every part of your life that once felt cold, empty, or forgotten. This is the kind of divine moment that doesn't just pass through, it transforms. When Archangel Michael declares that what's coming in 5 minutes is more than you've ever imagined, he's not describing a temporary shift. He's speaking about a complete reordering of your life from the inside out. This is not about material gain alone. This is not just about outward change. It's about a deep inner restoration, a lifting of burdens that you've silently carried for too long, and a return to joy that feels like sunlight breaking through after endless storm clouds. You've fought battles no one knew about. You've smiled while breaking on the inside. You've stayed strong when all you wanted was rest. And now, heaven has responded. This word has come to confirm what your spirit has sensed but your mind couldn't yet see. Your release has begun. The delay has broken. The silence has shattered. The doors that seemed sealed are swinging wide open because your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven, and the decision has been made. It is time. Comment 999 if your soul feels the shift and knows that something is beginning to change. God does not play with your hope. He doesn't tease your heart with promises he won't keep. His word is a fire that never goes out, and when he sends a message like this, he is not stirring false hope. He is awakening real faith. And faith is what makes mountains move. Faith is what reaches beyond logic and expectation. Faith is what brings heaven into your home. And right now, your faith is pulling down answers that have been waiting for your spirit to say yes. You don't have to understand how. You just need to understand who. You are held by the same God who walked with Daniel in the lion's den, the same God who stood in the fire with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the same God who opened the prison doors for Paul and silenced the storm for his disciples. That same God is walking into your situation right now. And he is not coming empty-handed. He is bringing healing, provision, clarity, and favor. He is releasing the kind of blessings that will leave you speechless, the kind of breakthroughs that will make every trial worth it. There are prayers you stopped praying because the wait felt too long. Dreams you stopped speaking of because disappointment grew too loud. But even your silence could not stop what God ordained. Even your tiredness could not cancel what He planned. What is coming is not based on how strong you've been, it's based on how faithful He is. And He has been watching, guarding, preparing, and protecting everything He promised you. You are not stepping into something random. You are stepping into a moment that was written into your life before you took your first breath. Heaven knew this day would come. Heaven planned this exact time to remind you that nothing is lost. Everything is being restored. And not just restored, but restored with increase. When God returns what the enemy tried to steal, He doesn't give it back as it was. He multiplies it. He blesses it. He breathes life into it again. He turns ruins into gardens, ashes into beauty, mourning into joy. Comment 10:10 if you are ready to receive restoration with overflow. This isn't just your turn. It's your time. There is a difference. Many have taken their turn before you, but your time is a divine setup. It is not a moment of chance. It is a moment of destiny. Everything is lining up. Even the pain served a purpose. Even the heartbreak became part of your foundation. Even the waiting grew your wisdom. Even the losses gave you vision. God has been shaping you into someone who can carry the weight of what's coming without breaking. And now, the oil that comes from your pressing is about to anoint everything you touch. You're not walking into this blessing empty. You're walking in with a testimony. You're walking in with spiritual authority. You're walking in with a story of survival that will make others believe again. You are proof that God still shows up when everything seems over. You are proof that heaven still answers when earth feels silent. This is your breakthrough in motion. And nothing can block it. Not fear. Not failure. Not the past. Not the opinions of others. Not your own doubts. Heaven has already spoken, and Archangel Michael has already begun clearing the path. That's why people are being removed. That's why situations are shifting. That's why it feels like everything is changing. Because it is. God is removing what no longer serves you. He is cutting off what once drained you. He is bringing divine order where there was once confusion. You don't have to beg for what's yours. You don't have to fight to be seen. You don't have to perform to be chosen. You are already loved. You are already called. You are already enough. The promise is yours because you are His. And He never lets His children walk empty when He has the power to fill. Your cup is about to overflow. Your spirit is about to rejoice again. Your heart is about to feel light again. Comment 15:15 if you know God is clearing the path for your divine promise. It's okay if you've been tired. It's okay if you've been doubting. God is not mad at your weakness. He's near to it. His power is made perfect in it. He's not waiting for you to figure everything out. He's just asking you to rest in His presence and stay open to what He is doing. Let His peace cover the questions. Let His word anchor your soul. Let His Spirit remind you that nothing is impossible. This is not hype. This is holy. This is not fantasy. This is faith in motion. And every moment you choose to believe, something begins to move in the unseen. Angels begin to be dispatched. Miracles begin to form. Doors begin to unlock. The moment you say yes to God's timing, everything that has been tied up starts to flow freely. It is not imagination. It is not wishful thinking. It is the movement of God's hand making a way where there seemed to be no way. His presence is hovering over you now, not to observe, but to act. Not to test, but to fulfill. You've come too far, fought through too much, and waited too long for this moment to be ignored. It is here. It is real. And it is yours. Heaven knows how much you've carried. The things no one else saw. The burdens you never spoke out loud. The pain you kept hidden beneath your strength. And yet, not a single tear has gone unnoticed. Not one silent prayer was overlooked. God heard it all. And more than that, He felt every word. Your cries never bounced off the ceiling, they traveled straight into the heart of a Father who has been preparing something beautiful behind every closed curtain. And now, He is pulling that curtain back. Slowly, but surely, He is revealing the masterpiece He has been painting with every moment of your surrender. Comment 1717 if you feel the nearness of God speaking directly to your heart right now. The weight of waiting has been heavy. It has stretched your faith, tested your patience, and even made you question your worth. But let this truth sink deep into you: delays are not denials. The longer the wait, the greater the preparation. And the greater the preparation, the deeper the blessing. What's coming is not ordinary. It is not something you could have built with your own hands. It is not something you could have created by force or achieved through human strength. It is divine. It is supernatural. It is the kind of shift that only God Himself could orchestrate. You didn't miss your chance. It's not too late. Your timeline is not ruined. You are right on track with the pace of heaven. While you were worrying about what didn't happen yet, God was setting things in order so that when it does arrive, it will stay. Not a temporary miracle, but a lasting transformation. What's coming isn't going to flash and fade. It's going to stay. It will have roots. It will have depth. It will bear fruit that will touch not only you but everyone around you. God is not giving you just enough to survive. He's giving you more than enough to thrive. That's the kind of blessing Archangel Michael is announcing. A blessing that overflows. A blessing that doesn't stop at your doorstep. A blessing that multiplies. You've been sowing in tears, and now you're going to reap in joy. You've been walking by faith, and now you're going to see by sight. The very areas where you were attacked the hardest are the areas where God is about to release His strongest glory. You are about to walk into rooms that were closed to you. You are about to receive answers that were once withheld. You are about to step into places where your name has already been spoken with favor. Don't worry about who doesn't believe it. Don't explain it to those who don't understand it. This is between you and God. And when God moves, no one can argue with the results. Comment Amen if you receive that this blessing will overflow into every part of your life. Some of you have been living in survival mode for so long that the idea of peace feels foreign. You've been in a constant state of tension, trying to make things work, trying to hold everything together, trying to keep hope alive. But God is calling you out of survival. He's calling you into rest, into trust, into the kind of faith that knows He will not let you fall. You're not holding yourself up anymore, He is. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to have a backup plan. He is your plan. He is your source. And He is not running out of miracles for you. The protection over your life has been fierce. You have no idea how many times the enemy tried to break you, distract you, or destroy you, but he failed. Not because you were strong, but because God refused to let go. You were protected when you didn't even know there was danger. You were guided when you didn't know where to turn. You were covered even when you were walking through fire. That's what love looks like. That's what favor feels like. Not always loud. Not always seen. But always faithful. There's been a holy silence in your life, and for a while it felt like absence. But now you see, it wasn't absence. It was shelter. It was grace. It was God hiding you while He worked on you. And now that the work is complete, He's about to reveal what He has done in you to the world around you. You are about to walk in a peace that makes no sense. A strength you didn't know you had. A confidence that comes not from ego, but from knowing you are fully held by the God of the universe. The next season of your life will be marked by ease. Not because the challenges disappear, but because the weight of them will no longer be yours to carry. God is exchanging your burden for His peace. Your exhaustion for His strength. Your questions for His promises. This is the trade He offers to those who dare to trust Him completely. Comment 222 if you are laying your burdens down and receiving His peace in return. You're not forgotten. You're not overlooked. You're not stuck. You are being positioned. Every step, every delay, every detour has brought you closer to this moment. And now, God is whispering to your soul, stay ready. Keep your heart soft. Keep your hands open. Because in a moment, everything can change. And when it does, it won't be slow. It won't be small. It will be sudden. It will be undeniable. It will be miraculous. You will say, only God could have done this. And everyone who saw your struggle will see your glory. Not because you sought revenge. Not because you demanded validation. But because God will always honor the ones who remain faithful in the shadows. You are that one. The one who didn't give up. The one who still hoped. The one who still prayed. The one who chose love. The one who trusted even with trembling hands. And now, the God who saw it all is about to reward you in ways that will silence every fear and answer every longing. Even if the world around you is chaotic, even if your mind feels heavy with questions, even if your body feels tired from the weight you've been carrying, the presence of God is drawing near right now with intention. There is no delay in His purpose. There is no hesitation in His love. He knows exactly where you are, exactly what you've been through, and exactly what needs to happen next to carry you into everything He has promised you. When Archangel Michael was released with this word, he didn't come quietly. He came with the sound of breakthrough in his wings, with the light of heaven glowing around him, and with the roar of authority that comes from standing in the presence of God Himself. His message is not light. It carries the full weight of heaven's yes. That yes is being spoken over your life now. That yes is being declared over your past, your pain, your promises. That yes is breaking the grip of every no that tried to stop your forward motion. There are people who thought you would never rise again. There are voices, even inside your own head, that whispered you had already missed your moment, that you were too far gone, that your life would never be more than survival. But God has silenced those voices. He is speaking a new word over you now, a word that cancels out every lie, a word that lifts you from the dust, a word that sets you back on your feet with fire in your bones and glory in your steps. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. And what has been delayed is about to be delivered. Comment Amen if your heart is wide open to what God is doing right now. The spiritual alignment happening in this moment is not something you can explain to others. It's not something that needs to be understood with logic. It's something that is felt in the soul, in the place where words fail and only Spirit can speak. God is touching that place in you now. The part that still hopes even when everything else says it's over. The part that still believes even when you've been hurt before. The part that still whispers, God, I trust you, even when your eyes are filled with tears. That trust is not weak. That trust is your power. It's your weapon. It's the reason the enemy could not win, the reason the darkness did not consume you. Because even when you had nothing left, you still had that whisper inside of you. And that whisper was enough. It reached heaven. It stirred the angels. It moved the heart of God. And now, heaven is responding. Not later. Now. Your name is being carried on the wind of breakthrough. It's being written across blessings you haven't even seen yet. It's being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. You are not just stepping into opportunity, you are being placed in divine alignment with your calling. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment has become a stepping stone to something far greater than what you were chasing before. God didn't let certain things work out because He was protecting you from less. He wasn't saying no to hurt you. He was saying wait because He had more. Comment 11:11 if you believe that God's timing is bringing something far greater than you imagined. There is something sacred about your surrender. You may not even realize how beautiful it is in the eyes of heaven. Every time you chose to believe when it didn't make sense, every time you lifted your hands in worship while your heart was breaking, every time you stayed faithful when it would have been easier to walk away, you were building an altar. A spiritual altar of trust, and God is now responding with fire from heaven. The fire is not to burn you. It's to ignite you. It's to refine what's inside you. It's to mark you with power, with clarity, with strength, with a peace that cannot be broken. From this moment on, you will not walk like you did before. You will not carry the same weight. You will not cry the same tears. Something new is coming alive inside of you. Something eternal. Something holy. Something that no man, no enemy, no darkness can touch. Archangel Michael is standing guard. He is not only watching the path ahead of you, he is preparing it. The traps that were set for your fall are being dismantled. The curses spoken over your life are being broken. The assignments of darkness that tried to delay you are being cancelled by divine order. Nothing sent to harm you will prosper. Nothing meant to destroy you will stand. God's hand is too strong. His love is too fierce. His promise is too faithful. Comment 333 if you know God's hand of protection is covering every step you take. This is the beginning of the fulfillment. Not the end of the battle, but the beginning of the reward. And yes, you may still have to walk by faith. Yes, you may still feel moments of fear or uncertainty. But now, you won't walk alone. You'll walk with confirmation. You'll walk with heavenly backing. You'll walk knowing that angels have gone before you and that favor surrounds you like a shield. This word has not come to stir emotion alone. It has come to activate your spirit, to wake up the part of you that has been numb, tired, or quiet for too long. It is calling you back to the place where you believed that anything was possible with God. That place where you used to dream boldly. That place where you prayed with fire. That place where you knew, deep in your soul, that God had something big for you. Go back there. Not in fear, but in faith. Not to mourn what was lost, but to receive what is being restored. And it is being restored. Piece by piece. Day by day. Promise by promise. You're not being left behind. You're being brought into a divine setup. You're not just being blessed, you're being positioned. The blessing is not just for your comfort. It's for your calling. It's for your impact. It's for the light you carry into the world. There are lives connected to your breakthrough. There are souls that will find healing through your story. So breathe. Rest. Let your heart open wide. You're not standing on empty ground. You're standing on holy ground. And what's ahead is more beautiful than you can imagine. The pieces of your life that once felt scattered, broken, or too far gone are being drawn together by the very hand of God. What felt disconnected is being connected. What felt impossible is being made possible. What felt buried is being resurrected. And this is not temporary. This is not fragile. This is holy. There's a reason Archangel Michael's words carry such urgency and weight. They are not meant to simply inspire or encourage, they are meant to awaken, to stir your spirit, to lift your eyes from what is failing to what is being fulfilled. This isn't about luck. This is about divine order. And that order has found you. Your steps are not random. Your delays are not wasted. The timing you've questioned, the waiting you've hated, the nights you've cried through, it all led to this appointed moment. The 5 minutes you were told about are not just ticking on a clock, they're echoing through eternity. Because what you are about to walk into has already been sealed with heaven's signature. Comment Amen if you believe your timing is finally aligning with God's perfect will. Everything you've walked through has been preparing your character to carry the glory that's coming. Yes, you were hurt. Yes, it was unfair. Yes, you lost things you never thought you would. But those losses did not break you, they built you. They carved out space inside of you for something much greater to be born. God never wastes pain. He transforms it. He never ignores brokenness. He heals it. He never walks away from a heart that has been crushed, he draws closer to it, every single time. Right now, he is standing closer than your breath. You may not feel him with your senses, but your soul knows he is here. The atmosphere around your life is shifting. The old weight is lifting. The chains are loosening. The heaviness is dissolving. And not because you've figured it all out, but because you've stayed. You've endured. You've held on, even if just barely. And that's enough for God. Your survival was not weakness, it was worship. Your perseverance was not just strength, it was faith in action. And heaven honors that. You don't need to chase what's already yours. You don't need to fear missing out on what God has secured for you. He is not a God who teases with promises. He is a God who delivers in fullness, in abundance, in the exact right time. And now, that time is opening like a curtain over your life. The story that felt paused is being continued. The prayers you forgot you prayed are rising again. The seeds you thought died in the dirt are breaking through the soil of your life. Comment 777 if you know this is not the end, but the beginning of something beautiful. You were never called to live small. You were never created to barely get by. The weight of heaven's glory was meant to rest on your life from the beginning. God doesn't choose people based on perfection, he chooses based on surrender. And he sees how many times you laid it all down when you didn't know what would happen next. He saw you forgive when you could have fought back. He saw you love when you could have closed your heart. He saw you wait when you could have walked away. And every one of those moments has moved his heart closer to your life. He is not distant. He is not silent. He is not unsure. His voice is speaking clearly now. And it's saying, I have not changed my mind about you. My plans for you have not failed. My promise still stands. That promise is going to manifest in ways that will shake the atmosphere around you. Relationships will be restored without warning. Doors will open where you didn't even knock. Financial blessings will come through unexpected sources. Healing will take root in places where the doctors said there was no hope. Joy will rise up out of the places where your spirit once felt numb. This is not imagination. This is not fantasy. This is what happens when heaven moves. The angels are not standing still. They are being sent. They are walking ahead of you. They are preparing the way. They are guarding what is growing in your life. Archangel Michael is not just watching from a distance, he is warring for your promise. Every time doubt rises up, he is cutting it down. Every time fear speaks, he is silencing it. Every time the enemy tries to delay your blessing, he is standing between you and that attack. You are not fighting alone. You never have been. Comment 555 if you know that angelic protection surrounds your life every single day. You're walking into a new season with a new name. Not the name your past gave you. Not the name failure tried to attach to you. Not the name pain whispered in your ear. You are walking forward with the name heaven gave you, beloved. Favored. Protected. Chosen. Seen. Redeemed. Blessed. You are not who you used to be. You are being transformed daily, and this new version of you is ready to carry what you were born for. God is not asking for your perfection. He's asking for your permission. Your yes. Your trust. Even if your voice shakes. Even if your faith feels small. That yes still holds weight. And that yes is what opens the floodgates of favor. You don't have to see the whole picture. You don't have to have all the answers. Just let your spirit say yes to what God is already doing. Let your heart stay soft. Let your hands stay open. The blessing is coming fast. And it's coming with peace. This kind of peace isn't fragile. It's not the peace the world gives. It's the kind that wraps around your mind like armor. The kind that keeps you standing in the middle of the storm. The kind that lets you sleep deeply even when everything around you seems uncertain. That peace is already being poured into your life. You'll feel it settle in your home. You'll feel it in your relationships. You'll feel it when you wake up and realize you're no longer afraid. That is God. That is the fruit of faith. God has seen how long you've waited. He has seen the seasons where you gave and served and loved and prayed, and yet nothing seemed to move. You felt invisible. Overlooked. You wondered if you were even on the path anymore. But God never left. He was in every silent moment. He was present in every tear. He was protecting you when you didn't even realize danger was near. And now, He is rewarding the posture of your heart. You stayed when you could have walked away. You remained faithful when you had no sign. And heaven is honoring that. Comment Amen if you are still holding on to what God has spoken over you. Archangel Michael's message wasn't a suggestion, it was a declaration. A divine pronouncement that everything is about to shift, and fast. Not because you've earned it, but because grace has covered you. Not because you have all the answers, but because your heart has been positioned for God to move. You're about to experience the kind of divine favor that overtakes you without striving. The kind of miracles that don't make sense to the natural mind. This is what happens when God has the final word. This is what it looks like when your name is lifted into the atmosphere of answered prayer. What's coming will not be delayed again. You've passed through too much. You've crossed through too many valleys. You've grown through too many fires. The weight of glory that's about to rest on your life requires a foundation that only the wilderness could build. That wilderness was not a punishment. It was preparation. It taught you how to trust. It stripped away what was false. It made you desperate for God's voice. And now that your spirit has been made ready, the reward is being released. Comment 222 if you believe the season of release is now. God is not slow. He is intentional. And his intention for your life has always been abundance, not lack. Joy, not sorrow. Wholeness, not pieces. He is not just patching things up. He's building something new. This next season won't be about fixing what's broken, it'll be about receiving what's better. Some things had to fall apart so something stronger could be built. Some relationships had to walk away so better ones could enter. Some doors had to close so you would stop knocking where you were never meant to stay.